YouTube was good. It's your boy Jody Joe. Welcome to Jody's Corner. There's a question that I have. Why is it that black men fear getting married? Why is it that black men mostly, but even men in general, let's really talk it from a general stance. Why is it that men, especially black men, fear marriage? What is it that makes us quease and deflect from even having the conversation about marriage? We could be with a woman. In the black community, it is not uncommon for a man to be with a woman for 30 years
and not
get married.
Yep.
There's something really wrong with that. What's going on out here? I want to have that discussion. We fellas, we in the studio. I got my man Sal Ward here, man. Woo. A married man. And I got my man E here, a single man.
Yep.
Perfect conversation choice. E, why is it, brother? Well, first let me ask you.
Do I want to get married?
Yeah, how do you feel about marriage?
Bro, I'm all the way with you. How you feel about marriage? The commitment, the love, the religious part, I'm with that all day, every day.
So if a female that you're dating, that you like, that you love, and she wants to get married, would you marry her right away?
If I feel that she's the right one, yes. She's the right one, yes.
Oh, so you're waiting to get married then? You just can't wait.
Yeah, when I meet the right one, because you can't just people hop into relationships and get married and find out that the person you married,
the right one. The last girl you was with, would you have married her?
E dumbass probably would have. E man, fuck no.
All right, so you would have married her. Okay, that's good to know.
So wait, E was hitting your last girl too?
Yeah.
Dang, E was hitting your girl?
They be pulling trains over there.
So I'm looking at the chat. I see 2 words: prenup.
But the biggest thing is I feel like a lot of men don't want to get married is because, number one, as I said, finding the right one, but also too, it's that alimony. People are getting married. As soon as you get married, next thing you know, you find out this person ain't for you. This person is either they don't know what the fuck they want, they lost, and the next thing you know.
But that don't apply to you though, because you don't fear none of that, because you're willing to get married, right?
If I had money like that, I still would have a chick to sign that prenuptial agreement. If I had bread like that.
Okay, so if you had bread, you haven't signed a prenup.
Yes.
Okay.
Because it tells me it shows me you're not for my money, you're for me. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. But a lot of women will get offended at the notion of asking for a prenup.
That tells me that's not the woman of, I don't want to go biblical, but you know what I mean.
Okay, sure. But you personally, you wouldn't care about none of that. You just get married.
I know. I like I said, if I had money like that.
But you don't.
Then yes, I would get married. Yes.
Okay, cool. David in the chat says they're afraid. Specifically, he says they're afraid to get a foot broken, knee deep in them, doing divorce, that child support, then court statement, going to take her side. Shaking my head. It's just a mess. I can't go to court without getting cold chills.
Yeah, the courts ain't for men.
I believe that most men have a fear of getting married because of, if you really think about it. Now, we're putting religion and politics to the side here. With religion and politics to the side, because I know marriage is tied in both. Men fear getting married in general because of what they have to lose in a marriage. Mm-hmm. What advantage does a man have in getting married to a woman? And what advantage does a man who has significant funds have in getting married to a woman? A lot of men be like, man, I'm just going to be single and have this broad here, that broad there, that broad there, that broad. But then there's the thought of like, all right, marriage can provide a lot of things. You know, children, you know what I'm saying, and legacy and all that. You can have children out of wedlock. Putting that to the side. A man can still have children, own titles, without having to worry about, if they break up, losing all of his shit.
Yeah.
So for the main reason, I think, and the court system is not fair to the men. Period. It's more favorable to the women, especially when it comes to like custody. When you have children, it gets even more complicated.
Yep.
So there's a lot of red flags when it comes to a man wanting to marry a woman. And a lot of women are available. They want to be married. We're trying to get sex from women. women want to get that ring. But when it comes to, you know, giving that ring, we got to be really extra cautious in how we do it.
Yeah. I mean, because when you first marry a woman for the very first time, everybody wants that glamorous ring. A woman wants that nice ring too. So there's some women that tell you, "Oh, I'll take the little crack box, the little chicken box ring or whatever." Bullshit. When you get married, you wanna really show like this is the one. You know, you want to give her something like big, like that big rock. You know what I mean?
Right.
But when you can't afford that big rock, it's like, damn. You know what I'm saying? This is a problem.
Hopefully she ain't superficial like that.
Right. So, you know, when you get married, I think another thing too, it's the leap. I think men are afraid to just take that leap because once you take that leap, they feel like your life is over. Everything changes. You know, when you get into a relationship, you know, you live with a person, you learn who they are because you can't know who the fuck a person is until you live with them.
Yeah, sound like me.
Right. And as soon as you marry somebody, you feel like you trapped for life. There's a lot of men in the world who still lost in individuals, don't know what they want, you know, still confused, you know, I just still don't know the properties of a marriage, you know.
Serge said the price of the wedding.
That too.
Factor that in. Honeymoon.
That too.
Susie says too many people think marriage is easy. A good marriage is one that both of you work at.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Let's see if we can bring in some people in there so they can talk to me. Let's go ahead and start with my dog Qui-Gon, bro. What's up with it, Qui-Gon?
My boy, what's up?
I keep getting this from Qui-Gon when he's not here. 5-star, what's good with you?
What the fuck is that?
What's up, man?
What up, 5-star, man? Why is it that you think men in general are more skeptical in marriage than even women are?
From personal experience, I would say it has to be most of these women nowadays, like they just don't have, that wife material. A lot of these women, they'll say, yeah, like I want to do that, but they don't want to give up the life of partying and settling down and maturing and in that aspect. I mean, don't get me wrong, you can still party, have fun, but they don't want to like grow out of that phase, if you get what I mean.
Right.
Not
So
only
you
that,
said,
but
but there's more to it than that, though, right? I mean, that's more putting it on the women.
From my personal thing, the reason why, like, personally I'm afraid is because, so, like, my parents, they divorced. My grandparents on my mom's side divorced. So, like, I have that fear of, like, continuing the cycle.
Got you. That makes sense.
So, I mean, it has to go with, like, backgrounds of, like, your family and stuff and, like, what they went through. Probably, like, you have that same fear as I do. So it just depends. I mean, it's a case-by-case thing.
You feel like I don't want to make the same decisions that my mom or other grandparents.
So you saw
Exactly,
you saw other examples. Well, I'm gonna say, bro,
Exactly.
don't let that be the reason why you don't get married, man. You know, maybe your parents shouldn't have gotten married and it was bad luck for them and didn't work out, but still, I wouldn't give up on marriage solely for that reason.
Yours
That's
might
the
be
only
different.
reason
Yours might be way different than theirs.
I guess you're more cautious of like what you're looking for in a person. I guess would be the answer.
Okay.
That's true. I get that.
Yeah.
I take that.
Carrie Merritt says not all women want to marry. That's absolutely
That's a
true.
lot that don't.
Yeah, most women do though.
Yeah.
Let's keep it on. That princess, that white picket fence, the house,
Yeah.
the kids, they love that. That's part of since they're little kids and stuff. That's a big part of it. Qui-Gon, you're here now.
Yeah, man, I'm pretty much gonna say what basically 5-star said. The marriages that the families, the husband and the wife, they break up and then they have a kid before that, so the kid grows up and they see the marriage go downhill. So it's just basically like that's putting their head from the start. So it's hard to break that cycle. I want to
Yeah.
get married one day though, but
That's tight, bro. I'm glad you do.
and I've been effed up. Like I told you about about my past, but
Right.
yeah, it's hard to. I feel people when they say that, but it's just like, man, I look at it as like, man, my nigga, you don't got no heart. That's the way I look at it. Like, you ain't got no love, my nigga. Like, that's what we all look for. To me, that's what we should all look for.
Yeah.
Why I just want to be I just want her to be my girlfriend for the rest of my life. Like, come on, my nigga.
It's that leap, bro.
Sooner, lady gonna
Well,
have to
some
settle
states
down.
you gotta think about it. Some states you have what's known as common law. That agreement
Right.
with someone for like
Texas
a
is
lot of
common
years.
law.
Yeah,
Yeah, but who want to be a girlfriend for 10 years?
There's some
A
who
lot
are,
of
you
a
know,
lot of
some women
women,
out
if
there
there's
won't stay
love
like
and
that. Yeah,
productivity, that's
yeah.
fine.
yeah.
You might as well marry him. What's
Right.
the problem
It's
with taking a step?
because each year is a different year, different risk. You know, next thing you know, you look up, it's been 20 years. Like, damn, baby, I could have married you.
Yeah.
But maybe it's that marriage that the lack of marriage is why they're still together.
It's also, I think also too, when it comes to men, it's that leap of faith, bro. You know, it's like I said, it's just the last person you're gonna be with for the rest of your life, and a lot of men are afraid to take that leap. You know, like it's scary. Like when a man really wants to propose to a woman, majority of them are nervous as fuck because it's like, you know, this is real. It's getting real now. You know what I'm saying? I'm
It's
really
like the
about to
fear
be
of
out here
rejection
to
almost.
do it. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, who we got to be here? Oh, my dog Q Reviews, man. What's up with it, Q
Certified.
Reviews? Welcome, my G. Welcome. Talk to me.
What up, bro? Long time no see.
What up, though?
Yeah, what's up, man? Can you hear us? It sounds like he's having trouble hearing us.
I can hear you. I don't know if I can hear you on my phone. I ain't got my camera set up and shit, but
I see you, but it looks like there's a delay. Are you listening to us through StreamYard or are you listening to us through YouTube?
yeah.
Yeah, that's a
What's
delay.
1+1?
Yeah, I'm listening to you on I can hear you on YouTube, but
Yeah, you got to go to the StreamYard audio so you can hear us and shit. Let's bring in, as we wait for Q Reviews to get his stuff, we're going to add Joe Dirty, Stevenson Johnson. We're going to get some opinions from each of you. Let me we heard from 5 Star, heard a little bit from Qui-Gon. As Q's getting his shit together. Stevenson, you're a heavy believer in marriage, bro. But the question is, even though you're a heavy believer in marriage, you know, very religious and stuff like that, why do you feel like men are skeptical, especially black men, in getting married?
Well, it's actually very simple. It's because the system is rigged against men, and two, because the modern version of marriage is a contract where the opposing party basically benefits for breaking it,
Wow.
and women are more incentivized to break marriage.
What do you mean by
That's the
women are
reason why.
more? Why do you mean? What do you mean by women have more incentive to break marriage?
Well, because they get half the man's possessions, half his money. They get most of the parental rights. 90% of the alimony is paid from the man to the woman. A woman could get married, cheat on her husband, and still win half or everything in the divorce, and leave the man poor, homeless, or in the street. He has either half. He can either see his children half the time, or he can't have see his children at all.
Uh, I'm liking to
That's
agree
why.
that fact that
Police did
the
that.
court system is much more.
But what
I don't.
about the broke people?
I'll never be okay with, you know, if I excel, work hard, work my butt off all my life to become that dude and earn millions of dollars. And by the time I turn 40, I meet this nice hot chick in a bar who's 25, nice, lovely. Seems like she comes from a good background. I fall head over heels. I don't make her sign a prenup because I love her, and I don't think that I need to ask her to sign one. And then we get married, and then 2 years later, she divorces me and takes a lot of my shit. I don't think that's fair.
Hell no. I agree.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. No.
I tell you
So-
this, Jody. That's one thing.
It should be what she came in with. She should be leaving with.
Not exactly what she came in. I believe in taking care of your wife in some capacity after you guys divorce, so long as infidelity is not involved. I believe that once you cheat, you should be completely screwed. Legally, I believe this should be a law. If you be proven as a cheater, you don't get shit. That's what I would
agree.
do.
This one don't work for
I
us
agree.
on that. But Khalees,
Yeah.
like I said, Khalees cheated on Nas, and she.
Well, I don't know the specifics of that situation, but all I know is that there's something wrong with that. And that happens a lot in this country.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, and
Shout out to Dr. Dre.
Shout out to Dr. Dre. And you know what I'm saying? Let's think about rappers, basketball players, athletes, stars, these young black men who get
The bag.
even all colors of men, but we're specifically talking about young black men because our culture promotes it. That's why I talk about that. Shout out to hip hop music.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah. Young black men who get rich quick, they get with a chick, they want to get pregnant. Shout out to Drake. He put hot sauce in the condom. Like this is where we're at, y'all. This is where we are. Like we live in a world.
Are you serious?
We live in a world.
already have probably like 2-3
We
months
live in a
back.
world where where a rapper like Drake meets a chick, she consents to sex and all that and everything, and they do their do. Drake takes the condom and he pours hot sauce in it because it kills the sperm, ties it in a knot, and throws it in the trash can. To where that woman, when Drake's back is turned, will go in the bathroom, untie that knot, and pour that content down her vaginal tract in an attempt to have his baby. And then she got burned up for it and wants to sue him for it. Because you wanted to be dishonest and get a baby? There's a real big situation out there with women who want to trap people to get their babies because they want their finances.
Want that bag.
And when something as crazy as that exists, a lot of men, successful men who have something to lose for getting with women who don't, I understand why they would question it. Like, dang, man, should I? Is this right? What am I? I don't knock the questioning. But I feel like there's still more to lose for a man going into marriage than a woman is going into marriage. That's what I have to look at. If we're going into it, most of the time, there's more for the man to lose when it comes to, not talking about lose like emotionally, like,
Financially.
I'm talking about strictly on the financial side. I'm not talking about like, with love and commitment and abuse and all that other stuff. All that stuff they're variables.
Yeah.
But that's how I feel. Sad is back. Sad. Hold on. Sad is married. I want to get his opinion on the matter. Why do you think a lot of men in general, especially black men, don't want to get married or get scared about when they talk about marriage?
Catching the tail end of the conversation, it depends. Like, it's easy to say when you talk about an imaginary spouse and you say, well, the girl, if she want this or she want that, the way it was set up in the old days, the parents paid for the wedding, and like when we had Awakened Fox and other people in certain traditions, you know what I mean? For real, for taking the daughter, the way it's set up, for taking the daughter off your hands, now is your responsibility. I know people who get a house. The parents is like, well, our wedding gift to you is a house.
That's
like
fire.
The parents of the bride a lot of times used to step in. And like when you see Game of Thrones and all that, they marrying, not even just arranged marriages, but they're marrying for a rise in status for the grandkids in general. That was the basis of marriage, is building something. You know what I mean? Like when you hear Wu-Tang say, my seeds, marry his seeds, get with his seeds, that's how we keep Wu-Tang money all in the family. Like between 9 people and their friends and family, it's like, oh, our kids gonna play together hopefully one day. You know what I mean? We build something powerful. So, like, that's why the Jay-Z's and the Beyoncé's, that's by design. They became, they were both great, and now they seem like they're even better off together. And I don't know if marriage is just financial, but the woman you get, when she's imaginary, it's like, why would I get married? But when you get the woman that is the other half to you, or your better half that completes you, you really don't want to see a life without her. You know what I mean? You know what life was before she came along, and you know what life would be like after she's gone. And a lot of women give you,
and that's when you must get down on that knee and present that ring.
Right. I was
not,
it's a misconception that men don't believe in true love and shit.
I was not getting married. You know what I'm saying? I was not getting married. And me and my wife dated for like damn near 8 years. You know what I mean? I got a friend that dated for 11 years. Like, I wasn't the marrying type. I was a player. I enjoyed being single. I like it. But after a certain point, it got tired out. You don't want to be the old dude at the club. Now the girls you meeting is too young. And you know what I mean? The game changes. And I think a lot of men that have fear, they got something to lose. A lot of them have nothing to lose.
Facts.
Like Jody is the type of man that I think would get married. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely.
And, he's built a lot. He's worked for a lot. He's saved up a lot. And he doesn't
then spent it, shot to the code. But
Trash ass
I will one
relationship,
day
bro.
be married. But shout out to the code for derailing all of my future.
And he talks
Well,
trash
Target for
about
that
Shit,
10K,
100,
boy.
bro. Hey, I'm gonna keep saying that shit, bro. That shout out to the
And
code
I'm
for
gonna keep
completely
saying you should
change.
have put that
Shout out
motherfucker
to the
on contract,
code
bro.
for completely changing my life for the worst.
that's a bull crap, man.
Cole was a bad
Box this
marriage.
nigga.
But yeah, a lot of people be scared. Dudes would rather sell rocks and risk going to jail than have to give up half of their money. But a lot of them don't even have jobs to get half of their money. Like, and it's weird because we had this big fear. I wanted to be James Bond.
Mm.
I wanted to be a P Diddy.
Shout out
Like,
to that
just
James
go to
Bond.
different countries and just bang all type of girls. I used to say, when I was more Muslim, I say I'll pick every flower from from Allah's garden. You know what I'm saying? Like any type of woman. That was like not so a conquer. Like let me see if I can go here and sleep with somebody who don't speak English over here or somebody that I just had a lot of lofty stuff that I had gotten from TV and rap videos and movies. And then I didn't know marriage is dope. Like it's fun. Like we have fun. Like when you get your best friend, it's a whole you ain't worried about the bag or who she gonna take it from. That's what I wanted to say when y'all talk about these successful women, like if one of those women did give y'all a chance, you might be in a weird situation where she might need the prenup. You know what I mean? So it's like, I know women that make 300,000 400,000 dollars. I met this lady, can't find a man. She was a fly girl from South LA, and she is a lawyer for Walmart, not the store, but the family.
Corporate.
Yeah.
And she's got 45 lawyers under her. And with that kind of time, she said, I don't really have time to date. Like, I'd like to date somebody, but I can't date. Same type of scenarios Jody be talking about, but um, it's crazy to me because now if I marry her, I'm just saying me in general, not me. But she's got more to lose than me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's nothing to be scared of. I think they bamboozled us and kind of tricked us a little bit, that thinking that, because even the main ones,
You don't think that men should be scared that it's not real? It doesn't exist. That men,
if
especially
they,
black men, are afraid to get married.
well, with 9 8 9 years, I made a very careful choice. You know what I mean? These 1 year, oh, I love her so much. It gets past lust, and it gets, is this
Right.
somebody that's
Yes.
gonna make you a better person?
Yeah.
If they're gonna make you a better person, and you're making them a better person, it's a whole different. You know what I
Ball
mean?
game. Yep.
Yeah.
But
That's
I
fantastic.
but don't be scared of it. But do take your time with it, because the wrong decision could ruin your life. But that's with any other thing. You know what I mean?
So
But you got Dr. Dre. He lost everything. But a lot of times when we lose it, still be us cheating. You know what I mean? Cube, Snoop. These is guys that could still. Pharrell is married. Pharrell could get anybody with his little short ass and looking half Spanish and half 15 years old and half Asian and half
That
black.
fool look weird, bro.
Whatever,
He look
whatever you want,
fucking
Pharrell
30
looks
different
like
ages.
that. You know what I mean? And he's still married. So I had to ask, like, why is these people getting married?
It's a lot.
we had a donation here from our girl Bernadette Lonefire. She says,
Hey, another 10.
"Oh man, I wish I could tell you about my messed up ex marriage, but not enough space on here. Kisses, kisses. This
But
is
you know
for
what,
all of you. She
Bernadette?
gave us all kisses for that.
Oh, whoa, ho, 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 ho. I got all three. Are you taking one down
Yeah,
under the
yeah,
table?
yeah, yeah.
Jody, you taking this one under the
Yeah,
table?
I'll take that shit. Thank you. Give me that shit.
We put it. Oh, there you go.
I'm like,
Yeah, Bernadette. Listen, hey, it ain't gotta be like that. We appreciate the donation, but guess what? You could talk to them.
oh yeah, she could call in and talk to us.
You could talk to us.
But so
So, Jody, are you pro marriage, anti marriage? I missed a lot of it.
I'm all the way pro. I will be married one day. I'm gonna be married. I'm gonna be married to a woman that I love and I can't see myself living without. But you were there before you got married. You said 8 years. So you were already at a point where you couldn't live without her. Marriage is a no brainer at that point. If ever a man gets to a point where you can't live without her, I don't give a shit how many millions you got, dog. That there's no price on
Is your life
somebody
is
that
your life
you can't live
peaceful?
without.
Is your life peaceful? Is your life tranquil? And I tell you, one of the moments that really threw me threw me off. I think I told the cell phone story on this channel before, but I will tell you, you know, Fuck around and tweak your back, get sick, and then see if she shows up for you or not. Because you realize, oh shit, no man is an
Yeah.
island. I used to be um, the McDonald's El Pollo Loco. They'll tell you, I love the girls at Home Depot. They look alright to me half the time. I'm like, one time I came in after a remodel, maybe 2 studios ago, and I'm like, yo, Home Depot better than the club.
2 studios ago.